everyone. Welcome to week 6 online. We're going to spend some time this week doing 4 different activities. So I hope that you're all doing well. It's been great to see you in office hours, and please continue to pop in. I know a lot of students have had questions that are really easy to answer and other things that maybe are a little trickier, technology things, or just confusion about something. So jump into those office hours. They're there for you to help you so that you can understand the material better. And as always, if you're invited into a grammar group, please come join us so that I can help you to maybe work through some of the things that you're confused about or to better understand the concepts, because all of those grammar concepts are building week after week. So this week, we're going to be focusing on 4 activities. Your first activity is independent reading. You should continue to read. If you need to choose a new book, remember there are resources available to you. I put those in the independent reading folder. I'm asking you to just check in this week and say what you read. So jump into the discussion board and tell me what you're reading. I am going to share the book reviews from last week later this week so that you can get a sense of what people are reading and what you might be interested in reading in the future. The second thing we're going to be doing is reading a short story together called The Fun They Had. This is a science fiction story. It was written in 1951, and it guesses about what life will be like in 2055, but 2155. So even further in the future than we are now. And I think it has a lot of themes that are relevant to what we're living through right now, and I hope that you find some interesting things to think about there. There's also an analysis in that folder where I kind of walk you through my thoughts on the story, just like we would in class. So please watch that lesson, get a better understanding of the story, because on Thursday is my suggestion, but sometime this week, I'm asking you to write about the story. Now, your writing could be based on just things from the story, or you could also include things that are from your own personal experience. We call that anecdotal evidence. So it's not textual evidence, it's not coming from a text, it's coming from anecdotes from your life. That's why we call that anecdotal evidence. Anecdote is just a fancy Latin word for stories, so personal stories. Okay, so you can use your own personal experience, or you can add in things from the text. That's completely up to you. I'm asking for between 1 and 3 paragraphs, depending on how much you have to say. 1 is the minimum, 3 is the maximum. Do your best work. It will be a graded assignment with a rubric, and I have attached the rubric. It's a 20-point activity. So please make sure you pay close attention to it, because it's our first regularly graded assignment of this marking period, just like we would have in school. We were in regular school. Brick and mortar building school. The last thing that I'm asking you to do this week is to continue to work on grammar. We're going to look at fragments and run-ons. Fragments are little tiny pieces of sentences, and run-ons are sentences that are going too far and need some kind of stopping point, some pausing in the middle of their thoughts. So we're going to work on fixing those, and you're going to have time to review that information in the lesson and then to practice. Next week, I will be running grammar groups for fragments and run-ons, so please make sure that you are doing your best work. I've had a lot of students come to me after the fact and say, I shouldn't be in a small group to keep working. Well, based on the work that you've done in class, I've seen that you need that. Okay, so if you want to not hear from me about it, give your best effort on those assessments so that I can see what you really know and don't know. But it's okay if you don't get it the first time. If we were in school, you wouldn't always get everything the first time. I don't always get everything the first time, and that's okay. Right? So we're just going to keep working all week long, building on those skills that we already have with the grammar, continuing on with our reading, and then looking at a new story and developing some writing from it. I hope that you have a great week, and I'll see you all online. Bye, guys.